Hi leaders, how are you doing? Welcome back. I know this is not the ideal situation and we're not in the classroom, but hopefully we can do this distance learning thing together. And I hope you can still get a lot out of the class, even though I know you're missing a lot of the class. And I feel horrible about this for you, especially because I know you take the class for a very specific reason. So anyway, all I can say is let's get through this together. Hopefully we're all doing what we need to do to stay safe and social distance so that maybe we can save some of this school year. But until then, we're going to work together. I am not going to be posting a video every day. I just thought I would do one today for you so you can kind of see where we're going, and I can explain a little bit better about what unit we're doing and some of the expectations at home. In saying that, if you ever have a question about anything, please SB message me. I will be checking my email regularly throughout the day, different times of the day. If I don't get back to you, you won't be penalized for anything. Let's just relax and take this in stride, all right? Okay, to get started, before we start, you're gonna need a couple of materials today. So I need you to go get 2 pieces of regular white computer paper, if you have them. If you don't have any white computer paper at home, lined paper is fine, but white plain is preferable. And you need a pair of scissors and either a stapler. If you have a stapler at home, would be best. If not, just some tape, Scotch tape, masking tape, whatever you've got. So take a second, go run and grab those things, put me on pause, and come on back. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna explain the unit to you. Our next unit is recreation and leisure. We're gonna be looking at a whole bunch of different things. And I think it's kind of ironic that this is the unit we're in because you guys have probably had nothing but leisure time for the past 3 weeks. So we're gonna start evaluating what recreation and leisure is. So on the board here, I'm gonna just run through what the topics we're going to be covering. You do not need to write any of this down. It is gonna be in your textbook. Also, forgot to mention that, your textbook, I sent you all a message. I sent you out a copy of the textbook in your student emails. So if you didn't get that yet, please go into your student email. Just go into publicboard.ca, click on students, click on Outlook Express, log in there, and you should see the textbook there for you. Download it to your computer or laptop so you have access to it, because we will be using it quite a bit during this unit. So our unit is going to be facilitation of recreation and leisure. We are examining what recreation and leisure are and the importance of it in your life, because I know all of you have been participating in recreational activities your whole life, whether it's sports or arts, extracurricular activities. And we're going to look at how you've been kind of influenced to participate in the things you do, why you participate in the things you do, and we're going to take a broader look at our community and see what our community offers for recreation and leisure. So, quote to start, play has been man's most useful preoccupation, right? Play is really important. We've already talked about the importance of play for children in terms of physical activity, motor development, and now we're looking at the importance of recreation and leisure time in people's lives who are maybe older, teenagers, adults, seniors, and seeing what recreation and leisure can do for them. So to start, we're going to talk about what is recreation, what is leisure. What is the difference between the two? Because often they're used interchangeably, but they are very different. As I said before, you guys have had a lot of leisure time, right? You've had a lot of time at home to kind of do things that you like to do and kind of relax and de-stress. That's what leisure is. And we're going to look at that as opposed to recreation. We're going to talk about how leisure and recreation are an important part of your life. Because if you think about your life and you take about all of those recreation leisure activities you've participated in, you can see how it affects you. And again, this is the perfect opportunity to evaluate your life and see that. So right now, while you're at home and you can't participate in sports, you can't participate in extracurricular activities, what kind of an effect has that had on you? And that should tell you how important recreation and leisure is important to you. How has recreation and leisure evolved throughout time? You are going to have a little assignment on this. I will be posting that tomorrow for you on Tuesday. And you're going to look at the history of recreation and leisure, where it started, where it's come from, how it's changed and kind of evolved throughout time. What are the benefits of recreation? You can do a self-evaluation of this. How have you benefited from recreation activities and leisure activities? What are the benefits to people? What does it do in their life to make them healthier and more well? We're going to look at the barriers to recreation. Okay, so how can we overcome these barriers? So barriers are things that prevent us from participating in recreation and leisure. And most of us are pretty blessed and fortunate. We've had lots of opportunities to participate in recreation and leisure where we live, but that's not the case for everybody. So what are the barriers that stop them from participating and how can they be overcome? We're going to look at yourself. You're going to do a self-examination. What factors have influenced the activities that you have participated in terms of recreation and leisure? We're going to talk about what is health and what is wellness. Okay, and how do you make a balance of these in your life? When you look at your life, we think about all of the things that make up what we do, our physical self, our social self, our mental self, our spiritual self, our works and our careers and our jobs and our education. If any one of those things is out of balance, how does that affect your overall health and wellness? Okay, and finally, we're going to be looking at the town of LaSalle. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to do our senior activities, so you might have a little